No one anticipated this. A Kid Line 2.0 is being built on Broadway while one line mate looks like a future star and the other looks completely lost. In this video, we're going to break down how to get the best out of this budding star and who he should be paired with moving forward on another sizzling edition of Rangers Digest. Welcome back to Rangers Digest. We are built for Blue Shirt fandom, and I am your host, Bret Botfeld. It is great to be back with you guys on this beautiful Monday, the 27th of October. We have a ton to talk about today, including Noah Laba's first career goal, along with Brennan Othmann's debut, but make sure you stick around until the very end of this video because I'm going to reveal the biggest mistake the Rangers made this offseason. But before we get into all that, a quick reminder to go smash that subscribe button. About 72% of you who currently watch these videos are still unsubscribed to the channel, so please go down below, hit that free subscribe button. We greatly appreciate it so you can stay up to date with everything happening New York Rangers, because guys, this is the place to be for all your daily New York Rangers content. Let's waste no more time and hop right into the video. So not even Noah Laba's timely first career NHL goal was enough to shake the New York Rangers out of the abyss, out of their recent doldrums Sunday night when they opened a 4-game road trip with a 5-1 loss to the Calgary Flames at Scotiabank Saddledome. Guys, this game felt very reminiscent of last season when the Rangers were in Calgary early in the season and they dropped a 3-2 game, which really ignited the season's downward spiral. The 22-year-old rookie scored on the very next shift after the Flames increased their lead to 2-0 in the first period. Instead of building momentum, the Rangers surrendered the next 3 goals and lost to one of the league's bottom feeders yet again. Guys, the Rangers have been flat out awful, flat out dreadful in the first period this season. We're going to get into that later on. But guys, this game couldn't have started any worse. You have Nazem Kadri, getting the game going early for the Flames, getting them off to a quick 1-0 lead. And the Rangers, just the other night to San Jose, they lost to a team at home that came into the game with 0 wins on the season. And now last night, they battle a team that has lost 8 games in a row. The Rangers and the Flames were the only 2 teams left in the NHL not to win a home game. And of course, look at what happens. The Flames just completely roll over the Rangers. And Zach said this on X. He said, Noah Laba has been the most consistent Ranger this season. A guy who was not on anybody's radar entering training camp has arguably been the best guy on a team with Panarin, Zibanejad, Lafreniere, and JT Miller. He isn't the best in terms of points, but effort and heart. Guys, Noah Laba, like Zach said, he was not on anybody's radar, but he bulldozed his way onto this roster, and he is going to be here for a long time, a future star on this Rangers team. But Zach is right. Artemi Panarin, he has shown flashes this season, but he's been way too inconsistent. Too many nights he's a no-show, and then the other night in Montreal, he looks like, reminds us of why he's a top 20 player in the National Hockey League, but it's been way too inconsistent. Mika Zibanejad, he's been good, but too many silly, costly turnovers. Don't forget about overtime in Toronto. Turning the puck over in the ozone. Yesterday, the same thing, turning the puck over in the ozone, leading to a Flames rush and really extending the lead and putting the game away. Lafreniere, he's just been absent in all 3 zones. He's not scoring as much as he should be. On defense, he's just out of position all the time. It was so obvious yesterday. Screening Igor Shesterkin on the Flames' second goal, and then a puck hits him and it goes over Igor's head. And, it's another goal for the Flames. So he's just been out of position the whole entire season. JT Miller, I love his moxie. I love his effort. He's really trying to compete, play north to south, really, get his body at the net front. But man, he should be a point per game player and he simply isn't. But Noah Laba has been very good this season. And NYR Louis said, Noah Laba being the best skater on the New York Rangers while also being the most noticeable Ranger isn't an accident. Drury went out of his way to create one of the slowest teams in hockey. Guys, he's absolutely right. Every game that I watch, I feel like the Rangers just look a step slow. Every game, it looks like they're the slower team on the ice, the slower team getting to the boards, trying to win those puck battles. And too many times they just get caught puck watching and they don't have the speed to make up for it. And these first periods have been absolutely dreadful. They are not talented enough to keep playing catch-up, guys. It's just not sustainable. And the Rangers, because of that, have, a bad record here. And really nothing to show for it despite a couple good games this season where they were playing the Mike Sullivan structure, etc. But now they're getting sloppy and they just look a step slow out there. But the question is, how do they change it? How do they get faster? Well, Gabe Perreault. Gabe Perreault is one of the players I would call up on this Rangers roster. There's also another player we're going to talk about later on, but all of this came amidst Gabe Perreault recording his first professional multi-point game. He was one of several Rangers prospects to stand out in a 6-3 win for Hartford of the AHL on Saturday. But the other player is Bret Botfeld. Bret Botfeld scored his first goal, with Hartford last night. And the 23-year-old played 35 games with the Rangers last year. He scored 10 points, and he was playing through that torn labrum. He also led Hartford with 25 goals as a rookie pro in 23-24. Guys, it has to be said. Now, I want to see Gabe Perreault on this roster. I'd rather see Gabe Perreault on this team than Brennan Othmann. I'd rather see Berard on this team than Connor Sherry. It adds, a sense of dynamite. They get a little more dynamic. They get a little faster. This Rangers team does not have enough pop and sizzle. They are much too slow. And I believe bringing up Gabe Perreault and Bret Botfeld really spices things up for the Rangers, especially in the O-zone. And, the first period, like I said before, has been absolutely dreadful. Johnny Lazarus, who was on our show, make sure you check out those videos, was talking about it yesterday. The Rangers have allowed the first goal in 7 of their 10 first games. Like I said, this team is not built to consistently play catch-up. They're not talented enough to do that. They've only won one of the previous 6 games when getting, scored on first, and that was at Montreal, really an outlier. And, the second period was better for the Rangers, but the Flames were still, the only team to score a goal in that second period. When the Rangers didn't properly pick up Sharangovich skating down the middle, he banged a shot off Shesterkin and in for his first goal of the season, extending Calgary's lead to 3-1. That's been the other problem with the Rangers, guys. In the D zone, just giving up way too much open areas in the middle of the ice, too many open areas in the slot, and the Rangers got burned yesterday for it. Brennan Othmann was, first of all, he passes up a chance where the Rangers have a 2-on-0 against Calgary's netminder, Wolf, and, he passes up on the shot. He tries to make a pass to Noah Laba. It goes completely wide, and then he's slow to get back on defense, but he eventually gets back, and he just leaves the slot wide open for a one-on-one opportunity between Sharangovich and Shesterkin, and Sharangovich buried it. And then, guys, I said in the beginning of the video, the Rangers' biggest mistake this offseason was not trading for JJ Peterka. Darius and I spoke about it, to such an extent here on the channel. JJ Peterka, his youth, his speed, how dynamic he is, how electric, how elusive, a legit top 6 player. It's not like what the Rangers have right now, playing guys like Taylor Radish and Connor Sherry in the top 6. These are not legit top 6 players. I understand there's circumstances with Trocheck being out, but this team does not have enough depth. They don't have enough top 6 players, legit top 6 players like JJ Peterka. I truly believed he would have changed the dynamic of this Rangers roster. They would have gotten younger, faster. They would have had more scoring punch. But I'm fascinated to hear your comments down below. Would you rather see Brennan Othmann or Gabe Perreault on this Rangers roster right now? How about Connor Sherry? Do you want to see Bret Botfeld get the call up as well? And also leave your comments on JJ Peterka. I am fascinated to hear what you guys have to say about that, or if there are other top 6 options the Rangers could look for at the trade deadline. Leave your comment below. Also, leave us a follow and comment on X and TikTok. It is in the description. Leave a comment in the comment section because the conversation always continues over there. Let us know how you feel, and if you haven't yet, hit that free subscribe button so you can stay up to date with everything happening New York Rangers.